6th of May. Happy birthday and many more years of prosperity and good health. I wish to acknowledge staff and students of Holy Family Nursery and Primary School Kuje, Abuja, members of KSHW Foundation, Yanya Abuja, who are in the gallery to observe Senate proceedings. I wish them all a fruitful observation of the Senate proceedings. You may all sit down. Leader of the Senate. Point of order, Aliu Sabi.
Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. Aliu Sabi Abdullahi, Niger North. Mr. President, I would like to come under Order 42. With your permission. Order 42. The matter for discussion shall, if possible, be referred to the President of the Senate before commencement of the day sitting, and the President of the Senate shall refuse to allow the claim unless he is satisfied that the matter is definite and urgent. 2. If the claim is allowed by the President of the Senate and the leave of the Senate is given by at least 1/5 of all the senators, the matter shall stand over till the next legislative day. Mr. President, I approached you earlier, and I would like to come over with a motion tomorrow if the leave of the Senate is given.
Distinguished colleagues, in line with our rules, I seek leave of our colleagues so that this matter can take the next legislative day. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. We take it next legislative day. Yes, point of order, Senator Mowara.
Mr. President, sir, distinguished colleagues, I come under Order 43, personal explanation. Order 43 provides that by the indulgence of the Senate and the leave of the President of the Senate, a senator may make a personal explanation, although there be no question before the Senate. But no controversial matter may be brought forward, nor may debate arise upon the explanation. The terms of the proposed statement shall be submitted in details to the President of the Senate when the leave to make it is sought. Mr. President, sir, you will recollect that I complied with the latter part of that provision. It is just to bring to the attention of the Senate that on Sunday in the evening, a professor of orthopedic surgery in Obafemi Awolowo University was abducted, and Professor Olayinka Adebengbe, he was coming from Lagos with his wife, who is also a professor in Obafemi Awolowo University. To God be the glory, he was found yesterday. And it was due to the collaboration of the community, the traditional rulers, the police, and all the relevant stakeholders. So I'm just bringing it to our knowledge and using this opportunity to thank the Zone 11 AIG, the Commissioner of Police, the Governor of the state, the Oni of Ife, and the traditional rulers in the neighborhood, because within 24 hours, the security architecture was tightened and the news was tightened around the kidnappers. And I'll just also like to conclude by saying that eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. It is obvious that if there's collaboration, Mr. President, distinguished senators, we will reduce abduction. Thank you very much.
All right, noted. Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, very distinguished colleagues. Mr. President, relying on our standing orders, I want to move that we rearrange the order paper to take the briefing by the Inspector General of Police first, instead of allowing it to remain as the third order of the day. This is important for us to receive the IG, and then the subsequent orders will be renumbered and so on.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I rise to second the motion that the Senate do rearrange the order papers as said by the Senate leader. So, second.
Distinguished colleagues, those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, very distinguished colleagues, the first order of the day is the briefing by the Inspector General of Police on the state of insecurity across the nation. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, you report that the Senate resolved on Tuesday, the 30th day of April 2019 to invite the Inspector General of Police to appear before the Senate today to brief this distinguished Senate on the Inspector General of Police on the state of insecurity across the nation. Mr. President, distinguished senators, in order to carry out this exercise in conformity with our Standing Order 17, floor privileges, I will move two motions. First, I move that the Senate do resolve into committee of the whole.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I rise to second the motion that this Senate do now move into committee of the whole. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Leader of the Senate.
Chairman, distinguished colleagues. Secondly, I move that the Senate do admit the Inspector General of Police and the Special Advisor to the President on National Assembly matters into the Senate chamber.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I rise to second the motion that the Senate do admit the Inspector General of Police and the essay to the President on National Assembly matters. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Sergeant Rams to. Okay. Distinguished colleagues, we'll be having this in a closed session. Yeah, it's supposed to be a closed session. So you have to clear the gallery. There's no need for motion. Okay, after that, okay. After he's seated, yeah. Distinguished colleagues, on behalf of colleagues, let me welcome the Inspector General and his team this morning. Further to our invitation for a briefing from the Inspector General on the insecurity situation in the country, following a motion raised by one of our colleagues last week. In light of the sensitivity of some of the issues we discussed, it's resolved that we go into a closed session. So the clerk, can you please clear the gallery and let us know when we're ready?